Hello, welcome back to Zebit Extra v Phoebo. This is going to be another special episode where we're going to talk about 9 more TV shows that we have watched in the last month.
Yep.
And let you know our opinions on them after watching just one episode. That way we could hopefully save you a little bit of time.
A lot of time,
You can
actually.
hear what we think after one episode, and maybe you'll get an idea if you want to watch it or not.
Sure.
So you want to kick us off?
Yeah.
Actually, before we started, I wanted to look at the ones that we have done before and talk about if we have watched any more of those episodes.
That's a good catch there.
Okay, the first month that we did it, we anticipated we might watch more of these shows.
Which ones did we?
We thought we'd watch some more MILF Manor, some more
Nope.
Love at First Sight. We watched one more episode of Peripheral. Love at First Flight, I mean, not Love at First Sight.
Flight.
I watched it without you. You didn't watch that one.
Oh, I didn't watch that one.
So, we did watch a few more episodes of Special Forces, or I did, but I didn't finish it.
Right.
Actually, I'm not sure if I've watched any more since our February TV update.
Probably.
So
not.
those first shows, we didn't really do much more on those.
Yep, that is true.
Last episode, I did end up watching the entire season of The Bear. That's the one where it's about how he owns a sandwich shop and he's trying to reinvigorate it after his brother leaves it to him.
Yes.
And I do recommend that show. I watched the whole thing and I really liked it. Tim was not so much about it, so I watched it without him.
It wasn't so much.
And how about this top one here? Did we watch any more of that?
What is that?
The Traders?
The Traders. Yeah, we watched the whole thing.
Yeah, we really liked that one.
Yeah.
That one we found on Peacock, I think. So if you want to go watch it, and it kept Tim interested. It was a reality show that kept Tim interested. That's pretty rare.
Not only that, it was like a murder mystery reality show. So that I thought when we originally reviewed it, I thought I'd watch like one more, but no.
It hooked him.
It got me. It drugged me in.
I also finished all of Physical 100.
I watched a couple more and I decided that was enough.
Yeah, so that show, the last like 3 episodes, I watched all of, but everything else you can kind of like watch the first part of the episode and then fast forward the rest of it.
Yes.
So it's a lot of fast forwarding because there's redundancy, but the final episodes, they're not repeating the trials all that much, and so I found myself watching all of it. So I enjoyed that.
All right. I'll give you that.
All right. Would you like to pick a new show to talk to us about?
The one I would like to pick is actually Animal Control, and we found that on
Hulu.
Was it Hulu?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we found that on Hulu, and it was a really funny episode. I really enjoyed it. When I saw the preview for it, I was like, really? It's Animal Control. What can they do?
Yeah.
Joel McHale really is funny in this.
Yeah, he's
and
good.
the whole cast is really pretty funny.
For the most part, did you recognize anybody else from the cast except for him?
I did, but I don't know his name.
So tell him what's about really quickly.
Oh, so Animal Control is about, oddly enough, animal control.
It's kind of like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where it's like a squad of people.
Right. So it's like the animal control office. Like if you have a bat in your belfry and you need to get rid of it, you call the animal control and they come out and remove it. Literally, like the opening segue into it is hilarious.
Oh yeah, the very beginning.
Yeah, the very beginning. So
we don't want to give you too many spoilers, but we enjoyed it.
We did.
And it's a short episode. So
yes, it's not one of these 3-hour mini series. What do they call those?
Pilots.
Pilots. Why couldn't I think of pilots?
So, okay.
I would recommend it.
We'll watch some more of that,
yeah.
Especially since it's only half an hour. We can try another episode.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna go over Perfect Match. That's on Netflix. This was one that I wanted to watch. Tim probably could care less. Basically, Netflix now has a few reality shows.
This one was kind of fun.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I don't think you'd heard of it before I put it on,
I
right?
had not. I had not.
So, imagine if you
Dragons?
ever watched like the challenge where they pull people to compete in that show from all of their other shows.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this is like Netflix shows. They pull contestants from those shows like Love is Blind and Too Hot to Handle and Love
You
Island.
should be on that
And
one.
so, anyway,
Too hot to
they
handle.
bring them all together, and we've only watched one episode, so we don't really know how it's going to work out past like the
True.
initial
True.
part. But they have to match themselves up with somebody that they think they could be compatible for challenges. And then whoever wins the
Right.
challenge gets to kind of like play chessboard with the characters.
What was the other? There was one we used to watch that was similar. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Are you the one?
Is no, that's the one with the
The
lights,
light
right?
beams, yeah.
No, this is the one where
I
like
also like that one.
this is the one where they had a perfect match, and they would go into the hut, and it would tell them whether they were the perfect match or not.
That's Are You the One?
That is Are You the One? So it's similar to Are You the One?
Yeah, it is. But it gives like one couple an element of control.
True.
Whereas in Are You the One, there's usually somebody being like, you guys, listen to me, do it my way, but
Yeah.
people don't want to.
Yeah, in this one
So.
it does give them a little more.
So yeah, we'll probably watch more of that.
Yeah.
It's definitely an adult show. It's on Netflix, so it's not a family show for
And
you.
they do put the nudity disclaimer at
Yeah,
the
right
top,
at the beginning.
so
Which I don't think we saw any, but anyway.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe some butts and coconuts, but
So it intrigued us. Clearly, these people aren't really going to stay together at the end because some are from England, right?
yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, that's really difficult, but it might be fun, especially if you watch all the
Well,
shows.
you know what?
that they're
Sometimes
from.
long distance relationships work.
True, but often they don't.
Often they don't.
Okay, you pick another show.
All right, my next show will be. Um, I'm gonna go with the Clarkson's Farm.
Oh, good.
What?
I didn't want to talk about this one because I didn't like it.
Okay, so
It's on Prime.
if anybody has seen the Top Gear, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think it's Top Gear. So the host of Top Gear is Clarkson. I can't remember his first name.
It's this British guy.
Yes, and I guess he's trying to retire, and to retire, he decided to buy a farm. It's a huge farm,
And he's had it for a while, and somebody else has been running it, but he's decided he's going to run it.
He's going to run it
and also film the whole thing.
And film it, and he is new to farming
and impractical.
Yes, in fact, like one of the big things in the first episode was the tractor.
Yeah.
And he's like trying all these other tractors out, and he goes all Top Gear on it, and ends up buying a tractor that
a Lambo.
Yeah, that won't even fit in his garage. So
in his barn,
in
not
his
even
barn,
his garage, in his barn.
Yeah. So it was interesting to kind of watch. I'm not sure I would watch too much more of it.
I won't, because we didn't even finish the whole first episode. I got bored.
Yeah, and you know what? I grew up right beside a farm, so I'm all good with the farming.
Not me. I was actually interested. I wanted to see more of the ins and outs, but it was more just like him buying stuff, and I mean, I guess.
And his manager going negative,
not a good idea.
Yeah.
But maybe if you stick with it, if you liked the first episode and you stuck with it, I wouldn't be surprised if you found more enjoyment in learning the ins and outs. It's just that first episode didn't hook me.
Yeah.
You know what I liked more than that was that TikTok where the farmers are lifting up the big bale of hay and all the rats come out.
Oh,
that was much more enjoyable.
I don't think I've seen that TikTok. You'll have to send it to me.
I think I watched it with the girls. It was a long TikTok, many, many rats.
Many rats. Okay.
And it made me think of this show and how it wasn't as interesting as that.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so that's Clarkson's Farm. That is on Prime. So usually when we're looking for these shows, it's either something we've already seen suggested to us, or I go to a streaming service and I look at what's new.
What's new. Or what's in the top 10. Because Netflix has like the top 10,
What's
really
trending?
what's
Or, yeah.
trending now. Yeah.
Okay, I am going to talk about the Devil's Hour. This is also on Prime. I don't know if you really remember this one.
I don't remember
I
that
think
so
I was
much.
watching it and you were playing your video game by me.
Probably.
I
That
wasn't.
happens a lot.
This one I will watch another episode of. I remember at the end of it, I was like, Tim, are you interested? And he was like, nah, not really. So I'll probably just watch it without you eventually. Who
That's
knows
fine.
when I'll get to it. But basically, there's this single mother, and I think she's also British. Her son can't sleep at night. He keeps. Do you remember this?
Oh
He keeps
yeah.
sleepwalking. She wakes up at 3:33 from this bad dream she's having about this lady, and you get like a little bit more information as you go. And I
Yes.
like those kind of shows. It's very mysterious. She's having these nightmares, but also you find out that her mother did have that same issue as well, but she's kind of like denying that she might
Isn't
have
is it
any need for
isn't
help,
the boy also having
and the
some?
boy's having them too.
Yeah.
And it's called the Devil's Hour because she keeps waking up at 3:33, and I guess that's the Devil's Hour. I don't really know anything
I
about
don't
that.
know.
They tell
No.
you that at the very end. But they've got like all the stuff that's going on with her interspersed with, they keep showing her talking to, he's actually one of the doctors from Doctor Who. I don't know which one he is, but she's talking to him in like an interrogation room. He's handcuffed and she's talking with him because she's a
Oh
CS, or it's like a
no, I think she's the doesn't she have something to do with the child?
protection agency. That's what
Yeah.
I was trying to say.
Yeah.
So she works for them, so she goes to investigate when there's been abuse or
Right.
anybody wanting a welfare check, things like that. Um, and so you keep seeing her interviewing this mysterious guy, and her whole face is like beat up, and you don't know why. So if you're looking for a new good mystery, it's a British show. I absolutely love them, and I'm very intrigued at what's going to happen next. The main actress is really good. I don't know her, but she's great.
Although a good mystery was also Traitors.
Yes, so that's also reality TV.
Reality, but
So
it's fun.
okay, so that's the Devil's Hour. Would you like to pick another one, sir?
I would. So we watched the show Hot Wings.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Because we just saw it like
yeah,
pop up on Hulu.
and I
Basically,
guess it's like got
17 seasons or
yes,
something. Yeah.
yes.
So this is not a new show, but we had never seen it before.
And who was it that was on the one
Paul
we watched?
Rudd.
Paul Rudd. And okay, so Paul Rudd was on there, and the whole theme of Hot Wings is they feed or their guests hot foods, and they start out like really low on the Schofield scale, and they go to criminally insane.
Yeah.
Um,
Like big jumps at the end, really big jumps.
yeah, I think the last one they had was over like 2 million
Yeah.
or 6 million
Yeah.
Schofield units, which is warm. Um, but the way it works is the host, he just kind of does an interview
Yeah,
the
he's
whole
just
time.
interviewing
It's
them.
like this interview, and every now and then they'll pause and eat a hot wing. And yeah, it was interesting, but I wouldn't necessarily call it fun.
No,
I
you're right.
was
I wouldn't. I don't think it's fun. Paul Rudd was fun, but not fun enough that I'd be like, I want to watch all the other interviews.
yeah, exactly.
It was painful to watch. So if you kind of like if you like watching Jackass, you don't mind watching people hurt themselves. This might be a show that you like.
So see, that's the part I liked.
You liked watching them hurt themselves.
Yeah, it was like
I thought you
the
just said it wasn't fun.
it wasn't.
Oh.
It was like the whole back and forth.
That you didn't like. You didn't like the
Yeah.
interview part.
I
See,
didn't.
we did not know it was an interview. We
Yeah.
just thought that they were going to see how much they could eat, and we thought it was
Yeah.
going to be like a 5-minute episode.
Yeah, yeah.
It seemed like a Jimmy Fallon kind of like joke segment of the show or something, but it was way longer.
Yeah, like the James Corden one where they do the episodes where it's you have to tell something really bad or eat something really bad.
Yeah, like that. We thought it was going to be like that.
That's kind of what I thought it was going to be like, but it was a little more interview in depth. It was kind of like Dateline on Hot Wings.
Yeah.
So,
But not, well, Dateline. What's Dateline? I automatically hear Dateline. I think it's a dating show.
No,
I didn't
Dateline.
watch any TV in the 90s or
Yeah,
1000s, 1000s,
well,
2000s.
in the 1000s.
Yeah,
You know, I don't think many
1000s.
people were watching TV in the
I did. I
1000s.
did.
Yeah,
No, I didn't.
I didn't think so. Um, wow, Phoebo, I love you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, are you gonna watch more Hot Wings?
Um, Not gonna seek it out, but wouldn't turn it off if it was on.
Okay. I will. I will go straight to the TV and turn it off while he's watching it.
I'll probably still be playing video games, so it won't matter.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about.
Sex, baby. Talking about you and me.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about The Company You Keep. This is another one that I liked.
Oh, okay.
So this has the gentleman who was in Heroes.
Paul Rudd?
No.
Oh, dang.
Let's see if you can think of his name though.
In Heroes.
Milo.
Oh, I have no idea
Milo
what
something.
his name is. But
Okay, he's the guy from Heroes.
Yeah, he was the guy that could steal everybody else's powers from Heroes.
Is that what he could do?
Yes.
So I always want to rewatch Heroes, and then I remember that it had like a bad ending and didn't end satisfactorily, and then I'm like, oh no, I don't.
Yeah,
want to watch it.
that's what it was. Like he would touch somebody and be able to use their
Really?
power. Yeah.
Long term, like he kept it forever.
No, I don't think so. I don't
Oh.
think it was that long.
And his brother could fly, right?
Yes.
And that's all he could do.
I don't know. Watch the show.
Okay, so
No spoilers on this show.
Yeah. So The Company You Keep is on Hulu. I thought it said Netflix. No, it's on Hulu.
Hulu.
And basically, the main female character works for the CIA.
Ooh.
And you find that out pretty quickly. It's not a spoiler.
I
And Milo, I think is his name. Anyway, the guy from Heroes and the other show he's from is called This Is Us.
And
that's a show I don't watch because it's too dramatic. Yes, and The Company You Keep. Also, he was on Gilmore Girls.
Really?
Your favorite show.
I cannot believe he was on Gilmore Girls.
Anyway, so he's a con man. He and his family work cons together.
Yes.
And they have a chance meeting that goes very well.
Yes.
But they're on opposite sides of
the law.
And she's actually investigating him, right?
No, she's investigating another guy who he
had dealings with
happens
him.
to have dealings with. Yeah.
At the very beginning, there's a big problem for the guy.
Yes.
And so he's faced with this problem, but he also met this woman that he has great chemistry with, and he's really interested in her. And he doesn't know yet that she works for the CIA by the end of the episode 1, right?
Yeah, he does.
He does know?
Yeah. In fact, at one point, like early on, when they're talking
she never tells him what she does for work.
Yeah, she does.
She tells him a joke every time.
No. At one point, they're discussing each other, and she says she works for the CIA, and he says, "Oh, and I'm a crook."
Oh yeah, but then they both laugh like they were joking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both think they're joking.
Yeah, they both think they're joking, but they literally tell each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna watch some more of that. Is that one you're interested in?
That's one that could play in the periphery, I think.
It's a maybe.
Yeah.
But that's
maybe.
not a don't watch Traders Without Me.
No.
Okay. So far, none of these are don't watch without me. Oh, you like Perfect Match. That was like the only one so far.
Yeah,
right?
that one was pretty good.
All right.
What do we got left?
Why don't you take one? The bottom 3.
The bottom 3. Ooh, I'm gonna have to do 2 of those.
Mm-hmm.
Are you even kidding me?
I can do 2 if you want.
Okay. About,
you watched them all.
How about you do 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So
you definitely watched this one.
I did watch that one, but I feel like I'm gonna slaughter his last name.
It doesn't matter.
So this is the Flipping
El
Musas, and
on Discovery Plus.
On Discovery Plus, and it stars Tariq. If you remember,
I think it's pronounced Tarek.
Tarek, it is. See, I told you I'm going to slaughter the whole thing. But anyhow, Tarek had a show with his first wife.
Flip or Flop.
Flipper is that what it is?
Flip or Flop. I believe so. Flip or Flop.
Flip or Flop.
With Christina.
Yes.
And then there was so much drama.
Lots of drama on that one.
And then they worked together, divorced for a while.
Yes. And now he's remarried, and him and his new wife,
Heather, who is from the show Selling Sunset. Which I watch, you don't watch.
I've seen it.
Have you? You remember her from there?
I thought I did, but I don't know. They all kind
When you
of.
were watching it, did you think, "Oh, that girl's from Selling Sunset"?
No, I thought that girl's from one of those shows that Phoebe watches that
That,
is real estate.
yeah, yeah, okay.
Um, so anyhow, basically, this is kind of the
It's the
similar.
same exact show.
Well, it is and it isn't because on the other one, it seemed like the one with Christina. Sorry, it's Christina. Anyhow, on that show, they seem to do a little more in the house.
Like you actually see them doing the construction and
They
like
yeah
they're
doing
participating
yeah
more.
they're participating more. In this one, you get a lot more of like the office that they work in,
It's
and
more about their lives together.
it is. It
Yeah.
definitely, at least the episode we watched, seemed based more on their life together rather than the actual house flip. Um, Still, having said that, I did enjoy
I
it.
enjoyed it. There was only one episode available, so it
Yeah,
must have just come out.
yeah. It was enjoyable. I would watch more of it, but then again, I really enjoy like the flipping houses aspect
Hmm.
of things.
It stresses me out. I look at it, their initial walk through the house, I'm like, nope, I'd walk back out. Like I would have no vision for that, what to do, and then all the little projects involved would just stress me out.
And let it be known, if you watched the Tarek and Christina ones, um,
It's Christina.
you come in here, you get my wife's name right.
Okay, Tariq.
Anyhow, but on that one, they were a little more lower budget.
Yeah.
This one, they were trying to break the bank, I think.
Mm-hmm. They
So
paid 2.1 for their first house
yeah, to
to
flip,
flip it,
yeah,
and then the market crashes,
and then the market
which they
crashes,
don't
and
really talk about in the show, but we know that it happened.
well, they do a little bit.
Do they?
Yeah, they,
Like
they mentioned
barely.
yeah they mentioned that the housing market had taken a nosedive, but
So anyway, if you liked Flip or Flop, I bet you'd like this.
you probably would.
I think it had like more. It
Unless
had higher quality camera. It was more beautiful, in my opinion.
yeah, it definitely had a higher production
It was a
value.
little bit more like Selling Sunset. Surprise, surprise. It's really pretty. One of the reasons to watch Selling Sunset is because it's really pretty.
Yeah,
So, all right, you good on that one?
I'm good.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about which one do you not want to talk about? Which one did you watch less of?
Probably Andor.
Okay, so we're gonna do one Disney Plus show, Andor. So even though Mandalorian just came out season 3,
Yes.
we instead chose to watch Andor this week. We had
Yes.
not seen any of that.
Correct.
And I liked this show. I think I'm going to watch some more. Reason being, I really like the main character that they decided to feature. He was like one of the best parts of Rogue One, which I can't even really remember the storyline of that. This takes place, what did you say, 6 months before Rogue One?
5 years.
Oh, that's a big difference. 5 years before Rogue One. It features Casas?
They were calling him. I thought they called him Casson in the last.
Cassis?
Yeah, but yeah.
Anyway, it's the Hispanic gentleman who was in Terminal with Tom Hanks, I think.
No way.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Terminal. That's the one where he's trapped in the
Uh-huh.
airport terminal.
It's a good one.
Okay, yeah.
So
I've
anyway,
watched that.
that guy's got his whole own TV show now. Way to stick it out for 15 years since Terminal.
Yeah, it only took 15 years.
So it's very mysterious again. You're catching a flow with the kind of shows that I like. I like the mysteries. It really doesn't tell you what's going on, but you see him breaking the law, doing some illegal things. He's
Yeah, shady.
hunting around for stuff. It keeps flashing back to his childhood with his sister, and you know he's searching for his sister.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it's a good plot point. You know, it's something you can get behind.
Definitely.
And it's also beautiful. It's very similar to Mandalorian. There's really cool
I
elements
agree.
to look at.
I
So
agree.
I thought it was good. Tim really wasn't paying attention much when I put this one on. And he's also not a very big Star Wars fan.
I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I enjoy watching the movies. I enjoyed watching The Mandalorian.
How come you don't like Star Wars if you like sci-fi so much?
You know, Here's part of my problem.
Is it just their specific brand?
It's Disney.
Oh, ever since Disney, you don't like
Ever
it.
since Disney took it over, I'm just not as big a fan.
What about The
Um,
Mandalorian?
I enjoyed The Mandalorian.
But not like super hype about it.
Yeah, I wasn't like, I have to watch this.
We didn't even watch season 2.
No, haven't watched season 2 even.
Whoopsie.
I don't know. It's just
You don't like what Disney's done with it.
I don't.
Basically, I bet you probably don't like it ever since they started remaking the prequels or doing the prequels. You probably just like the original 3 and that's what you like.
No. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed all of the movies.
Oh, okay.
All of them.
Okay.
I think my problem with it is all these tangents we're on now.
Oh.
I can't really keep up,
Yeah.
and I kind of lose interest in a TV show for every Ewok that was ever invented.
Yeah, like Andor's fun, but it's not like, oh, I was dying to know what happened to that character.
Right. Like I don't necessarily need the backstory for everybody.
Yeah.
Um,
Now, I would love a backstory about everything from Leia's birth through when we see her in, what's the very first Star Wars movie called? The Last Jedi? No, that's the last one. What's the very first one? Biggest fan. I'm #1 fan. George Lucas fan. No, but that would be a backstory that I would be interested in. To see what happened to Leia after she got split from Luke. And we kind of know what Luke's life was. She becomes a
princess.
Well, we kind of know what Luke's life was, but how did she become a freaking princess? What? Like, I want to see it. You know?
Because she was given to a royal family to raise.
Let me see it.
I mean, how else do you become a princess?
By winning competitions.
Negatory, good buddy.
You do in that really bad book series that I started called The
anything she's picked so far this year.
No, you liked the last one. It was called The Selection, I think. That was so bad. It's like Bachelorette, but they're trying to be the princess. So bad. Anyway, okay, so that's Andor. The last one that Tim is kind of not wanting to review as well, I'll just tell you real quick why I picked it. You on Netflix is like always in trending. It's always, it has been for like 4 years. They just started season 4. And so I was like, well, for this, let's go ahead and watch episode 1. And I had seen it already, but it had been a long time, like since it very first came out. So I wanted to get Tim's take on it and see what he thought. So can you tell us what it's about?
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
You just ambushed me there. Yeah, it's about this guy. He works in a bookstore.
Mm-hmm.
He meets a girl.
A student at the university.
I don't know.
She is.
Well, she is. She's a TA.
He's not.
He works at the bookstore.
Actually, we don't know if he is or not. We just watched one episode.
Okay, the stalking that goes on, he would not have time to be a student as well.
I mean...
Unless he's literally going for the same degree she is.
So he's a stalker.
Yes.
He sees this girl at his bookstore. He decides he's going to stalk her. And stalk her he does.
And he does. He does very well.
But it's all with the pretense of benevolence. Because he's like, oh, I'm going to help you. It's like super creepy.
It is. It is. And, yeah, and he's helping the little boy next door.
Yeah, so he's like nice in elements of his life, but...
Yeah, but he's got this obsession with Beck and
thinking he can just do whatever he wants.
Right. And, it was kind of, I wouldn't really say twisted because it really didn't have a lot of...
Tim was not surprised when what happened at the end of the first episode happened.
No, not surprised at all. I was surprised it took that long.
Did he commit murder or was it almost murder?
It was almost murder.
Do we know for sure that the guy's still alive?
He was at the end of the episode because...
At the end of the episode, Tim's like, oh, and I bet he killed that guy and that guy and that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you like it?
I wouldn't get upset if you watched more.
Without you?
Um,
Or with you?
either or,
Okay.
either or. If it was on while I was playing World of Warcraft,
The fact that there's 4 seasons, does that entice you?
um, no, no.
Okay.
So here's the difference between you and me. You look at it going, "Oh, there's 4 seasons.
Uh-huh.
It has to be good."
Well, it
I
has to be
look
good
at
enough.
I look at it as, "Oh, there's 4 seasons. They found people that really wanted to watch this show, and it may not necessarily be me."
Okay. All right. That's fair.
Okay.
Do you
Um,
think Clarkson's Farm is going to have 4 seasons?
it already has 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were watching a brand new show.
No.
It must have been trending because season 2 came out.
Yes, that's
Oh, I'm
exactly
going to need
why.
you to watch all of season 1
Negatory, good
and
buddy.
then let me know if we should watch season 2.
Negatory, good buddy. That's like
Well,
watching plants grow.
if he's made a season 2, that must mean he didn't like fail and lose his whole farm.
It also means that it has to be a good show because there's 2 seasons of it.
Because there's some farmers that watch TV.
Maybe. No, I doubt that because like no one ever does their job and then wants to go home and watch their job on TV.
um, I halfway agree. Like, I think that people who do a job might like watching TikToks about what they do. Short little snippets.
Maybe
Yeah,
snippets.
not a TV show though.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Like, the people who eat other people probably don't go watch Hannibal Lecter.
I bet they do actually. Maybe to get new recipes
Okay,
and
we just defied our own point.
well, like think
They
of it
get
this
new
way.
recipes? Ew.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I tried to pick something that there really wasn't a lot of people that could relate to that.
I mean, who would have thought of fava beans before that?
Do you think that people who are tattooists go watch Ink Master? I bet they do.
Possibly. That's a
another
little
show
different.
we really
That's
like.
a little different though. That's artsy. Like I'm a project manager. I'm not gonna go watch
you don't
shows
think
about.
farming is art? It's art, Tim.
No, it's not.
It is art.
It's cow fart is what it is.
I mean,
That's the only art in farming.
okay, I have a question for you.
Sorry if you're a farmer.
I think you guys know we're just all being silly.
We are.
I think it would be interesting for our viewers who have watched all 3 of those seasons of You.
Yes.
What do you think is going to happen with this storyline after we just watched 1 episode?
Me?
Yeah, what do you think is going to happen?
I don't want to spoil it, but
You know what happens?
no. But
No, tell
I
us what
mean,
you think will happen.
What I think will happen is you find out that he's murdered the owner of the bookstore.
Okay. Because we haven't seen him in episode 1.
Haven't seen him in episode 1. And this guy has access to the guy's like rare stuff.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
like
was
why does he have access?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know about that.
What's gonna happen to the guy that got clocked?
Oh, he'll probably die.
Yeah, he'd have to, huh?
He kind of has to at this point because he's seen everything. Yeah. He's gonna end up dating Beck. That's clear.
You think so?
Absolutely.
It's not just going to be a show about stalking forever?
No, it's not. I bet in the next few episodes they start dating.
Are they going to stalk together?
No, they won't stalk together, but she will find out
She'll
that
find out he's a stalker?
Yeah.
And what's she going to do?
And why am I writing this whole
I
TV show?
think it'd be fun for people who have seen it to see how close you are to what actually happens.
I would have to say that there's definitely going to be a falling out there, and in one of the season cliffhangers, she's going to have him
carry her child.
No, but he's going to be the one at the other end of the
he's going to be out of control at some point.
Knife or gun point from her.
That doesn't ever happen to Dexter. He's always in control.
This is also not Dexter.
Yeah, because Dexter at least only murders people who are like murderers.
Yeah.
That guy, well, we don't know for sure that guy was.
No, he's a douche, though. He is a douche.
Yeah, but he doesn't deserve to die.
Douches do.
Really?
Yeah. I've personally never been a douche myself.
You clearly, because you've never died. Okay, guys. Well, those are all 9 of our shows. Let us know in the comments below if you've watched any of these shows, if you think we should keep watching them. Please leave us comments of shows you want us to try.
Also, if you liked my premise for the movie the show we just talked about, and you happen to be looking for somebody to write episodes for you, give
Tim would be great at writing some
give
TV.
Zebedextra a call.
Our phone number's in the comments below.
Is it?
In the description bar below.
Oh.
Our phone number is definitely in the description bar below.
Okay. All right, that sounds good. So just, right there, that's comment me, call me.
Yeah.
DM
him.
DMs.
He has so much Instagrams. He has like 10 Instagram accounts.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to start a ZVP now.
You should.
Zebedextra VP.
You should. Do some polls on what people want us to watch next. Yes. Okay, my friend. Well, thank you for being with me here for this video. Thanks for holding me hand for the whole. Oh, that reminds me of that pirate show we watched a couple episodes of that was really funny. We didn't finish it. Their flag is death or something like that.
Yeah. What is that?
Here's the thing: we always watch like 1 or 2 episodes of something, and then we don't watch anymore.
Yeah, we get torn away in a different direction.
Because there's a million shows.
There's literally a million, and yeah.
All right. Well, you will get another one of these episodes in about a month. We have more.
I can't wait.
Podcasts for you to watch coming soon. Hopefully, you've checked out our recent literary reviews. We did a little bit of fantasy. We did a little bit of sci-fi.
A little bit of RRR.
A little bit of sci-fi. A little bit of Monica all night long.
What the heck? Where are we going with this? I think we just turned this podcast into something entirely different.
Okay. Anyway, guys, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yep.
Like the video if you enjoyed it.
Don't forget to hit the little bell?
Oh, yeah. Ring that bell.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
All right, guys.
There's a new video from ZVP.
Up in the house.
Productions. Yeah.
That was really good, babe.
You like that?
Yeah, our actual theme song is going to kick in just a second, so.
And?
It probably already has.
Cue the theme song.
All right, guys, we'll see you back for another one very soon. Take care until then.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.